Hello guys, welcome to the Football Mess. Chef Bill Mkone. It's gonna be slippery just as usual. Today I'm going to talk about the first black African player to win the English Premier League. It's not an easy feat because majority of African players, they don't get that opportunity to go and play abroad. So when it comes and you become the first, it is a great achievement. And that guy is among the first African players to open the doors for the rest of African players to go and play in the English Premier League. You can imagine the amount of African players who have won that English Premier League trophy after him opening the doors for them. The likes of Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Yaya Toure, Didier Drogba, Kolo Toure, all these are great players from Africa. They will always be remembered. But we have other great players from Africa who have never won a major trophy in the English Premier League. The likes of JJ Okoche was a massive African player and he never won the English Premier League. So it's not an easy feat. And that player was Wreh. He came from Liberia. That was the first black African player to ever win the English Premier League trophy in the season 1997-98 under ARSENE Wenger. So that was the first one, and he opened the doors for other players to come and lift that trophy. We have seen the amount of the quality of players coming from Africa and playing in the English Premier League. He was not a regular starter in the first 11 because there were greater players than him. You can imagine the likes of Ian Wright being ahead of you. So he had contributions because he scored in the semi-final, the goal that took Arsenal to the final, and they won. They won the double. They won the English Premier League and the FA Cup that season under Arsene Wenger. So that was a massive feat. And Wreh from Liberia was the first black African player to win the English Premier League trophy. So he showed a lot of African talent that nothing is impossible to achieve on this earth. You can achieve it. Yes, it might be difficult, but you can achieve it. And Wreh symbolized that. You know, Arsene Wenger revolutionized the English football culture massively when he came to Arsenal. And I remember the amount of black players that Arsene Wenger signed during his days in Arsenal. There are very many players. We have players like Kolo Toure. He nearly signed Yaya Toure, but he went to Barcelona. He signed players like Wreh, a Cameroonian. We had very many black players in Arsenal, and he signed very many black players. And I remember when I started watching the English Premier League, Arsenal was loved and is continued to be loved in Africa because Africans are associated with that team because we had very many black players in that team. And Arsene Wenger also was the first coach in English Premier League history to start first 11 without an English player. Arsene Wenger was that coach who gave Wreh that opportunity. If you didn't know the first black African player to win the English Premier League, now you know. This is the place for you to be because I will continue enlightening you on some things that you didn't know. But now you know the first black African player to win the English Premier League was Wreh from Liberia. Thank you so much for watching the Football Mess. Muchas gracias, merci, asanteni sana. It's gonna be slippery just as usual. I'm out.